Okay, Ben and Sarah, what about y'all? What is it like? Have you gotten to know your professors? Does that make a difference? I mean, Ben, you're about to graduate and go off into your career. Like, has that been impacted at all by your professors? Tell us about that.
Absolutely, it has. Like Dad said, you can't. Going to your professor makes that relationship so much different. It'll make the class so much more enjoyable.
You gotta tell them about your Premier League.
Oh yeah, that's a great call. Okay, so my favorite economic professor is Dr. North. Dr. North runs the Fellows program. He's also an economics professor I've taken 3 times for econ classes, and he runs a fantasy. He loves the Premier League, and like most Americans, had no idea what the Premier League really was when I came to Baylor. And the more I took his classes, I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. He had like a fellows league that we were in, and so I joined and I learned more about it. And then I needed one more economics elective to complete my econ major. And he was leading a trip to London and Paris to teach the economics of pirates. And so he was like, Ben, I've got just the trip for you. And I said, Dr. North, I'm in. And so I went to London, and we went to an Everton Crystal Palace game together, which was a blast with me and a couple of my friends. And so that is, that's a great call. I wasn't headed that direction, but that is probably my favorite professor story. And Dr. North and I, every time I see him, we just stop and we just chat for about 5 minutes about how our teams are doing. So
there's an example. Ask your professors about soccer. That's
yes,
the key.
Yes.
That's what he really wants to talk about.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yes, Dr. North is my advisor, so I also am part of the Fantasy Premier League. I am a little bit less invested than Ben, but I do get some shout outs, and he sends an email every week, and he updates the scores. And so he's very invested if me or Ben is going to win, because Ben made my team at the beginning, and I just haven't changed it, and I'm beating Ben currently. And so Dr. North always makes a joke about that. And it is really sweet. He really does care about all of us, and he is going to connect with you even on things like soccer. So that's been a really fun experience. And then I've had a couple professors invite us over for dinner, which has been really nice. And they do want to get to know you, and so it is really nice.
I was going to say too, Ben has shared this multiple times now, that his job that he currently has, tell him why you think you have the job. The investment class you took, that was
that's where I was going initially. So I took this large cap course for senior finance majors. Basically, we invest $17 million of Baylor's endowment, and you'd use real life, use Bloomberg terminals, and a lot of other investment tools that are very hands-on financial practice. And the 2 professors are just investment professionals that come in every Monday, classes once a week for 3 hours, and it's awesome. I was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before. The hands-on experience we get, the presentation, and answering questions, it's amazing. And those professors, they're just an investment guys. So it's like, hey, I know it's 5 p.m. on a Friday, but we have this question about our model, and you could just give them a call. They'd hop on Zoom with you real quick, and you could ask them a question. And because of that, and the feedback we got from our presentations, I was applying to jobs in the similar space, the investment management space, and they asked us to create a little presentation about the cruise line industry, was in particular the one that we had to do. And I was like, oh, no problem. And I just pulled a few data points that I knew would be relevant, put together a 12-slide presentation, and had that ready to go for when I went down for my interview down to Houston. I ended up getting the offer over a lot of, there was Vanderbilt guy, a couple guys that had a lot more actual hands-on work experience. Because I've been prepared in that classroom environment, and the hands-on touch from my professors, I don't think I would. I know I wouldn't have gotten the job without that experience that I had that course.
Thanks for